Hey Tiny Planet Explorers, and welcome to Slurp. Slurp is my Q&A series where I take your most desired questions and I grind them up, put them in a teapot, brew them for about 5 minutes, and then slurp up some glorious tea. The sun went in as I was saying that. A lighting nightmare, sure, but it looked damn cool. We're not gonna worry about that right now because today's slurp has a theme. Whoa, it's got a theme, oh god. The crab hat on, I'm just crabbing around, you know? What is the theme, you ask? Life advice. Hey, I'm a regular 20-something-year-old dude on the internet, so I'm perfectly qualified to give you life advice. Let us begin. We're gonna start off this episode, and the man asks, I have trouble being happy with my project. Whenever you finish a project and don't like it, how do you cope with it? I would personally recommend going on something that I like to call a slime rage. A slime rage is when you are so unhappy with something that you've created, you get a bucket of slime, and you just destroy what you've made with the slime. And then you go out onto the streets and you vent your anger further by throwing slime at other people. You might even be surprised at how effective this actually is. Oh god. Commit to the joke, PJ, commit to the joke. Bruised Peach asks, how do you politely tell someone they have food in their teeth? Okay, the old food in the teeth thing, yeah. Honestly, best advice, don't tell them anything, because nobody likes being told they have food in their teeth. It's embarrassing. So what you need to do is get as much food as you can, stuff that sticks in the teeth, so broccoli, peppered broccoli, all of these kind of things, and stuff your face with as much of it as possible, and then you need to accompany your friend all day with all this terrible food sticking out your mouth, and all the attention will be drawn to you. It's kind of taking a proverbial social bullet for your friend, but hey, if they're your true friend, you would do it, huh? You can't argue with that logic. Sarah asks, should I drop out of college? So to elaborate, Sarah has given me no context, no further information about herself. Given all the information I've currently got to work with, I would say yes. Just drop out. Just drop out of college. Richie asks, any dating advice? Okay, so let's paint a bit of a picture. You've got your first date coming up with this new person that you're very excited about, and you're nervous. You're quite rightly nervous. Don't worry, I got your back. Okay, so what you need to do is draw out every penny you have in your savings, every single penny from your bank account. Find the toy manufacturer that creates Furbies, and also secretly get a mold of your upcoming date's face. Now you need to do a bit of persuasive talk. You need to convince the toy manufacturer to take that mold and combine it with the Furby. And if you can successfully get that face mold attached to the Furby, present that on your first date, and I think you're gonna have a long, very happy relationship. Relationship advice. I'm good at this. I'm really good at this. Syke asks, I'm getting a lot of hate. How do I deal with the haters? Okay, so with haters, my advice to you is to fully engage with them. If they're saying mean things to you, say mean things back. Just start a huge flame war that takes up hours of your day. You need to defend yourself, you need to hold up that shield, and you just need to keep going back and firing insult after insult. Dustin asks, how can I be more creative? I would recommend just copy other people, just copy other artists, because there's no such thing as originality. In fact, you know what? Go to your nearest museum and just take a knife and carve out one of the paintings and stick it to a canvas and write your name under it. And all of a sudden, look at that. You're a painter. How about that? It's a little trick I learned in France. They got a lot of good artwork in France. Here's to plagiarism. Oh god. Meg asks, advice for those starting uni? So when you go to university, you may be tempted to go to class. Do not do this. Waste of time. You should be out there partying. It's the only real reason to go to uni. If you're going to class, you are truly wasting your money. What is it? 9 grand a year, 3 years, 27 grand. Those parties may be the most expensive parties you will ever attend, but they will no doubt be the best and the most memorable. And then just on the last few days of term, just show up to class, maybe just copy off somebody else and get the grades. Grace asks, how do you deal with disappointment? Just never have any expectations ever. Don't expect anything, and you can't be disappointed, right? That's how it works, right? Oh, Jordan asks, how can I stop procrastinating? Okay, how to stop procrastinating? Okay, so let's say you're doing your homework. You need a reward scheme, otherwise you're never gonna get anywhere. So my advice, every time you write a word, reward yourself with an episode of your favorite show on Netflix, or watch a few YouTube videos in between words, because it keeps you entertained, but at the same time, it keeps your mind positive, because it's like, well, look at all these rewards. In an hour after I've watched this episode of Game of Thrones, I'm gonna feel ready to write the next word, because you know after you write the next word, you get to watch another episode of Game of Thrones. It's a win-win situation, really. It can't go wrong. It cannot go wrong. Halloween asks, what if I want to be a lion tamer or something that isn't a common job in society yet? Okay, so what you need to do is go down to your local zoo, steal a lion, because if you want to be a lion tamer, you're gonna need a lion, so take the lion home. Kayla asks, how do you make friends? I find the best way to make friends is just to go out into the streets and scream. Who wants to be my friend? Any friends? Any takers? Got any friends? Anyone want to be my friend? Does anyone want to be my friend? Does anyone want to be my friend? Does anyone want to be my friend? And I just find that you get the best response that way. Swarms of people. So it's a tried and tested method. It does work, I can guarantee. Maybe spice it up, maybe jazz it up a bit. Maybe go outside and slather yourself in butter, perhaps. Did you think about that? Because people are gonna see you and think, hey, that person is resourceful, covered in butter. I'll never have to buy butter ever again. So, think about these things, And finally, Mark asks, how do you become a successful YouTuber? This is the $1 million question. Well, you want to know what you need to do? Okay, listen up. Make a YouTube channel, okay? You done that? Get your branding on point. You need banners, you need business cards, you need every social media available. Set all those up. Don't worry about making videos at this point, because that's a step that comes way later. Way later. I mean, if you're really good at this, you could probably get away with making no videos ever, but that's God tier YouTuber. Not many people have accomplished that. Okay, so now once you've got everything set up, do not start making videos until you start getting subscribers flooding in, because what's the point in making things if you've got no subscribers to watch it, right? I mean, that makes sense, right? Yeah, that makes sense. So now it's really just a waiting game. At this point, you might be tempted to start making videos. Don't make anything. Gold star question, what YouTuber has ever got successful from making videos? Just don't think about it. I know you want to, but trust me, that's not how it works. At this point, I'm not too sure what I'm saying. I'm not too sure where this bit is going, but you get the general idea, right? And on that note, let's end it there, because, oh boy, there's only so much of this that I can handle. So if you hadn't guessed, this entire video was supposed to be really bad advice, which was a lot harder morally than I thought it would be. And even though I knew the entire thing was just a joke, pretty difficult to say some of that bullshit. So yes, please do not follow any of the advice in this video. But thank you very much for watching, I appreciate it very much. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to buy your very own Slurp mug, it is available over at my shop, KickThePjshop.com. Cool, I will see you rad galactic space kids in the next video, doing crab things. Okay.